Business Social Club.
Too late.
Sammy Baugh, though 36 years old and with 15 seasons of pro competition behind him, gives no signs of nearing the end of his amazing career.
Art Monk is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Redskins Fans podcast. On today's show, we talk about the debacle of the game between the Washington Redskins and the Detroit Lions, and how that's four games in a row giving up over 40. This is much more live with Darren and John.
God!
Yo, John. What's up? I messed that up. Yo.
Yo, what's up?
Excellent.
There it is. Welcome to Harry Hog Football episode number 643, in which we talk about yet another debacle in the long string of debacles, followed by a season of hope, followed by a season of debacles.
We're getting ready to go into the bye week. Do you think anyone is actually going to get fired during this time?
Yeah. I think Joe Witt Jr. is going to get fired.
Joe
Actually,
Witt Jr. Dude, Joe Witt Jr. is on gardening leave. What is he doing?
He's got free
demoted.
vacation.
What is he doing? Yes, exactly.
I already called that out. His buddy didn't want to fire him right before him and probably his wife and kids are going with him for an all-expense paid trip to Spain this week. So he's like, all right, dude, I won't fire you, but you're just going to be sitting around on the sideline taking a blow.
True that.
He's probably like, take a blow, Joe. Take a blow, Joe.
Take a blow, Joe.
You need to take a blow on the sideline.
Well, I've been looking and seeing some pictures
And he
about
needs
this.
a blow on the sideline.
And he needs a blow on the sideline.
Dude, if we could find that audio clip, oh my gosh.
Was that who said that? Was it Dan Deerdorf?
I think it was Dan Deerdorf.
I think
He
Dan
said it
Deerdorf.
all the time. It's not like he said it once.
He knew exactly what he was saying.
He's
too.
going over for
He's
a
a
blow
former
on the
football
sideline.
player.
Dude, you know who always has to go get a blow on the sideline? number 24 on our team. Von
Oh
Miller.
yeah, Mr. O2 himself.
Mr. O2 himself for 2 plays, and then he goes and gets a blow on the sideline.
Dude, we're playing tomorrow morning at 9:30 in the morning in Madrid, Spain,
It's going to be rough.
against the Miami Dolphins. This
We're
could be
gonna
the
lose.
most boring. This could be the most boring international game ever.
Dude, we're going to get it handed to us. I guarantee you. We suck. Unless somehow, and I don't put any stock into Dan Quinn being able to turn around the defense just from him calling the plays, because they suck. Like it's like they're not even trying half the time.
Yeah. This is getting to the point of a number of years ago when we were at FedEx Field, Jack Kent Cooke Stadium, whatever you want to call it, and we were playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and there was some girl. Well, first the guys, they just quit on the field. Like you could tell they quit on the field, and I left with about 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter because it was unbelievable. And there was an annoying girl who just kept going, "Let's go Tampa Bay," over and over again. But that's not the reason I left. I left with the thousands of other people because the team on the field were making millions and millions of dollars, and no one was trying. And we're getting to that point right now because
the offense is trying.
The offense is trying. The defense, dude, they're buns.
The
They are
defense.
buns.
I still can't tell if they just really suck or they're not trying. Like, but then you got people like, let's talk about this for a minute. You got people like Deron Payne, who's coming in as a captain, and he's trying to like deck people with all of his might. Like, we're talking kill people with a haymaker. Swing.
Yeah. The thing is, though, with that dude, what is his name? Saint Ra or whatever it is?
Rah St. Brown or something like that.
Ross St. Brown. Clinton Brown. I don't know what his name is.
Rah something.
But we know that but there was film proof
Brown.
because all these people from Detroit were just like, well, if he hit Deron Payne first, then how come there's no film of it? And then I saw the film of it. And he decks his head like Deron Payne's head suddenly turns 90 degrees to one side.
Okay.
When the dude is swinging at him. So what do you think happened then? And it was right in front of a freaking ref. That's the biggest point of all. It was right in front of a ref. And they didn't do anything. But then the same thing happened the other direction. He got caught. And yeah, the second guy always gets caught. That's what happens. But he did it right in front of a ref. And if you guys, all you guys out there think that sports is getting worse and worse with being because people in America are now betting on everything. There's like an NBA scandal that just came out the last week. Isn't there a Major League Baseball scandal that came out the last week?
Yeah. Well,
involving, of course, organized crime, like it always does. It's and we suck. We're buns.
Here's the worst part about that whole referee sequence. All right. So his name is Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown took a little baby kitten swing at Deron Payne, and they didn't throw a flag. A mistake by the refs. He should have been. Right. Secondly, Deron Payne, 350-pound dude, clocks some like 180-pound receiver with all of his might and gets thrown out. Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
Then on the next play, first of all, if you're coming in as a captain, he should have the wherewithal not to retaliate because he knows the second person always gets busted. I don't care if he's mad. Like, you got to keep your cool if you're the captain on the field, and you know that our defense is already buns, and you're going to do that knowing you're going to get thrown out. That's the dumbest part.
Yeah.
Okay, they didn't throw the flag on that guy. He should have been thrown out. So I'm going to get myself thrown out?
I mean,
it's dumb logic for him. Like, I can see the point where they should have thrown that guy out also, but I don't see where in his mind he thought, I'm going to punch this dude as hard as I can and not get thrown out.
Right.
Because that helps my team a lot.
Yeah.
And then on the next play, speaking of how bad the refs were on this, what's his face? Who's this dude? Javon Kinlaw, like hits a ref or pushes him or something. It doesn't get thrown out. And you know what the reasoning were from the refs? Dude, we are so buns. They said they didn't throw him out for hitting the ref or pushing him or whatever he did. I didn't see it. I just heard about it. They said they didn't throw him out because they did not want to eject players on 2 consecutive plays. That's the only reason. In other words, they felt sorry for us because we're such buns. They didn't want to get rid of 2 of our only remaining starting defenders in the same game.
Oh my God.
The refs broke their own rules. First of all,
every game.
Javon Kinlaw,
I get it, man.
Javon Kinlaw has been playing football for like, I don't know. He was like a first-round pick, right? And
I think so, yeah.
So this is how dumb our buns team is. Deron Payne gets thrown out for punching a dude, and then on the very next play, you're going to like push a ref?
I never saw that play. I've never saw him push the ref, so I don't know.
All right, we got to look it up. I've only heard that he pushed a ref. Did he get flagged for it? I don't even remember. But yeah, the refs basically said the reason they didn't throw him out was because they did not want to eject players on 2 consecutive plays. Like, we're just gonna pretend we didn't see that because we feel so far sorry for how buns your defense is. And now you're already without your captain because he was an idiot and punched some dude. But yes, they should have also thrown Amon-Ra St. Brown out, in my opinion.
They should have, yeah. But I mean, Payne learned from Jonathan Allen. Yeah, we all saw that punch from those two.
They fought each other on the sideline. They punched each other
on the sideline.
Right,
guys that went to college together.
While taking a blow on the sideline, they got in a fist fight. Dan Deerdorf. You hated Dan Deerdorf.
When I was younger, I hated Dan Deerdorf, but as I got older, I was like, he's actually pretty funny, and he's a lot smarter than people were realizing on there because he knows what he's saying is double entendre, you know.
To me, the ABC Monday Night Football standard will always be Frank Gifford, Al Michaels, and Dan Deerdorf because that's pretty much who was on when I was growing up.
Yeah, between that and John Madden and Pat Summerall being like the 1 o'clock guys on Sunday.
Yeah.
Or what, like the Sunday guys.
And those are the dudes that always had our games because we were always the A game.
Yeah, you did see the Browns then a little bit because they had Bernie Kosar as quarterback. But I mean,
but that's
you
when
didn't
the
see the
NFC
Jets in those
East,
games.
yeah, NFC East was usually like the John
Beast,
Madden and Pat Summerall game, like us and the Giants, us and the Cowboys, sometimes the Eagles, but they sucked back then.
Yeah, they certainly didn't get to that. Did they even get to a championship game like NFC back then? Because it was always like us, the Cowboys, the Giants, and the 49ers.
Well, here was the pecking order in the NFC East when we were growing up was always us, Cowboys, Giants, and then you had like the B tier, which consisted of the Eagles, and then the C tier, which consisted of the Cardinals.
Dude, the Cardinals were like the D tier. And the Eagles were ascending as that went on as well, because I mean, we had the body bag game and everything against them, so they just, Cowboys fans, they always talk about the Cowboys and the Eagles having the biggest rivalry in the conference because they've had, the Eagles building up, especially like into middle like 90s, and then McNubb, and then recently as well.
Dude, the Cowboys sucked. They've gone longer without. Well, hey, we got rid of our playoff drought. Even if we just had the one good season, we can still like brag over the Cowboys at this point.
We went to the NFC Championship game.
What have you guys been there? Anyway, it doesn't matter. We suck. And you know who else sucks? The Detroit Lions, who think they're all bad because they beat us in this game. But how many times have they beat us in the playoffs?
That would be a zero. That would be zero still. But that's another team that
the Lions Slayer in the playoffs. If they see us coming in the playoffs, they know to turn around and run. Well, they should.
They're another team that's on the ascendancy right now, like this year.
Yeah, like they were good last year, but they had injuries, remember?
Yeah, sounds familiar.
And we're having a body bag season. You talk about the body bag game. Every game we have 2 or 3 more injuries that like put people out for the rest of the year. It seems.
Do you want me to go through do you want to go through the injury list?
Yeah, because I can't keep it straight. Cornflake Girl's on there, right? Done for the year.
Okay. So, what was the last game? The last game was on. I don't want to say earlier. We know Luvu was suspended. Okay, yeah. So, on November 10th, Deron Payne was placed on the suspended list for a game. November 11th, 4 days ago.
So we're all out.
Trey Amos. Yep. Trey Amos, injured reserve because he broke his fibula. That's the same thing that Alex Ovechkin, if you guys follow hockey at all, that's the same thing that he broke last year, and I think he was out for like 5 weeks.
He's done.
He's done for this year. I think he should be. But it's not. It's certainly much better to get a bone like fixed than to have like ligaments tear. So we signed. Guess who? Robbie Chosen and Jacoby Jones to the active roster, and we signed some defensive end named DeMarcus Walker, and a wide receiver, River Cracraft.
River Phoenix?
No, his name is Craft.
I kind of remember hearing that name somewhere. Was he?
Yeah.
He may have been a camp body.
He may have been a camp body on another team. I don't know if he was with us, but it's Cracraft.
Phoenix.
Cracraft. River Cracraft. He's a river. He would be. River Craft. He's a River Craft.
Is that like Minecraft? but version 2 Rivercraft.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we got some camp bodies to fill in for the rest of the basically season at this point because I don't know. Let's get over to the moment of the hour where we saw this logical ushering step by step of Joe Witt to the door. First, he comes out of the booth to the sideline to be closer to the exit.
He
And now
volunteered. He volunteered, according to Dan Quinn, who never lies. He volunteered to come down to the sideline to call plays. He was not ordered to, according to Dan Quinn, who never lies.
No, that means they talked about it, and Dan Quinn was like, hey, what can we do to maybe change things up in this space?
Or maybe Adam Peters was like, I think maybe get space.
In this space so that we can make it up to our standard from this space to this space.
Well, I think Adam Peters says you're about to get fired out of the space if you don't stop that guy from calling plays because he's the worst defensive coordinator I've ever seen.
And Adam Peters would not be wrong because let's just go over one thing here. Just a few little stats on how bad the defense is. We don't even have to get into like total yards, which we could, or anything. But let's just see how Detroit's running backs did. Let me see. Jamar Gibbs averaged 9.5 yards per carry. David Montgomery
David Montgomery, formerly the Bears.
David Montgomery averaged 4.7 yards per carry, and they each had 15 carries. So if you put that together, along with a few other little runs from like end rounds and junk, they were averaging 6.8 yards of carry. And now I'm not that great at math, but in my opinion, if you run the ball every time you get it and you're getting 6.8 yards every time you carry the ball, you never have to punt, A, and B, you always score. That's what I'm getting from that. And you never have to pass. But let's not stop there because they did pass because they could do whatever they wanted against us. And when they passed, Jared Goff was averaging, you ready for this? 9.7 yards per catch. And the way I figure that, you could just pass, run, and you're getting like 15 or 16 yards every 2 plays. Which means you never punt, which they didn't. They scored every time they had the ball. Every single time. Every
time except for the last drive, and that's because the game ended.
And they probably could have if they really wanted to.
They could have, and this is what we're going back to with the whole Tampa Bay story. There's guys on this team that have quit. They've already got like flip-flops on, and they're in like San Juan or Hawaii or the Cayman Islands, Curacao, Miami. Anything. But they're not playing this game, and they're making millions of dollars. These guys are making so much. They're making more money than I will ever make in 1 year, and they're not trying. And this just drives me up the wall when I get this. This is like the worst time to be a sports fan when you have people that are out there who just aren't trying.
I just noticed, and I don't know why this is happening, but it says that our feed is dropping like tons of frames.
Feed.
Yeah, I'm looking at OBS, and it says we're dropping like, I don't know, 57% of our frames to YouTube. But don't worry, no one's watching it on there.
Dozens and dozens of people will watch it eventually.
So the recording's working. The recording's working. So
yeah.
I don't know why we would be dropping all those feet. I don't know. Probably need to reset my router or something.
Yeah. We're on YouTube. It's just, everything's going fine on there. It's just, it's
It's fluttery.
We look a little fluttery.
Okay.
But it's not bad. It's not bad.
Okay.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
Could be worse. We could be, we very well, I don't know if we're going to win another game this year.
I don't think we are. We're not going to win unless somehow Dan Quinn can take these camp bodies that are now playing on our entire team and win games. Like,
yeah.
Dude,
and it's so hard to keep
who's playing this. I don't know who's on the field.
I mean, Trayvon Burks like showed up and he's already broken a finger and he's out again.
Yeah, he had like one big
Font
catch.
this Font guy that we've had has been an offensive lineman who has been on injury reserve like the whole year. It's like we signed him just to give him insurance or something.
I don't even know who that is.
Exactly. It's like that Dave Fiore guy from like 20 years ago. No one ever remembers that guy. It was like he played a half a game and he was out for the rest. He was out for his career at that point. That was that whole year when we had like old Bruce Smith and old Deion Sanders and old everything and nice white turtleneck Archuleta.
Oh,
Because
that
he
dude
didn't
sucked.
tackle anybody.
That was another guy another high-priced free agent that came here and sucked.
That whole year was high price free agents. That was like the big Dan Snyder year. And we were like, oh, we're going to be so good. And those guys didn't care. They were here for a paycheck.
Yeah.
And some of them just sucked.
They're bums.
Like Adam Archuleta. He was awful.
They're
They're
bums.
bums. They're buns. They're buns, dude.
They're totally buns. I don't know. Like Dan Quinn can take over calling the defense, but I don't anticipate it getting much better. Maybe a little bit better.
I think it really hurts that Tori Amos is out for the year, probably, with that broken fibula.
Does it? Because
I think
I'm
because
kind
it
of
was
with.
kinda like- Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm kind of with Kenny Ken at this point. What's gonna help us is to just lose out.
Lose out.
We're not
But
making the playoffs at 3-7.
no, we're not. But we're still getting our quarterback back at some point. He's going to want to play, even if he's playing like with the damn like football bad news Bears. He's still going to want to play, and they're going to put him out there because I know Dan Quinn's a dumbass to leave his quarterback out there anyway. Kind of sounds like
After he gave up, which we already proved.
yeah. Oh man.
Dude, I see us going to Madrid tomorrow and just getting spanked.
We very well could. You can't really tell what's going on with the Dolphins. By the way, this may be an intriguing thing in the future. It's looking like the Dolphins are probably going to fire Mike McDaniel because they suck too, even though they put up a bunch of points last week.
Yeah.
Mike
did they play
McDaniels-
last week? Didn't they beat like a good team?
I thought so, yeah. But
Was
Mike
it the
McDaniels is known for he's known that he had a problem with alcohol, and he said that Dan Quinn was like the guy who helped him to like stay on the right path to not get dragged down into the hell of that.
Yeah.
And Cliff Kingsbury might leave for a head coaching job next year. We'll need another offensive coordinator. Mike McDaniels was really good before Tua had like 15 concussions.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind having him come in.
I wouldn't mind him at all. And he used to coach here a lot. Coach. He was like, a quality control guy, so they're kind of coaches, I guess.
He was
But,
like the water boy.
Yeah, pretty much. Here, carry my helmet. Take my helmet off the field.
FYI.
So that's an intriguing thing that's going to go forward. If he does get fired, and I think he probably will. And Cliff Kingsbury wants to. There's going to be. The Jets are probably going to need another coach. Browns going to need another coach. There's a few out there that are going to need new coaches once again. And I think last year he kind of passed over a couple of like low end ones, but this year he may not do that.
Yeah.
Because I think this year he's also been
been
called out for we did it last year too, but being just too cutesy with some plays. And it's the same thing he did back in Arizona. So we'll see.
Also,
Anyway,
dudes aren't getting open though.
Yeah. But how run a 4-yard slant. You guys run slants. 4-yard bam. Guy goes, snap 2-3 throws. I've seen Tom Brady do it for like 20 years.
Yeah.
I've seen Tua do it. I've seen what's his face out in Arizona do it. It's not hard. Why don't you do stuff like that?
At the same time though, dude, I've said it before and I'll say it again. If your offense is putting up over 20 points in a game, you should be competitive enough to be in that game.
With the backup quarterback.
And they did
With
it
the
again.
backup quarterback. Yeah. And that's why the offense is just like, what else do we have to do?
I mean, if you're scoring 20 points a game in Cliff Kingsbury defense with this offense built of complete scrubs.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a good counter argument to what I was saying. I do agree with that.
I mean, Marcus Mariota played fine in this game.
He is a backup quarterback, and in the last 4 games we scored 24, 22. Sorry, last 5 games, 24, 22, 7 against Kansas City, 14 against Seattle, and then 22 against Detroit. Excuse me.
Yeah. So I don't know. The problem is obviously the defense, which we're threatening to become the worst defense in the league, which you know who has the worst defense? This is surprising.
Browns.
No, it's the Bengals. Bengals have the worst total defense.
That's another team where people are quitting on them.
Second worst is the Cowboys, who we're only behind them by 1 touchdown and 3 yards.
Why do you have to bring that up?
Because we're threatening to take them over as the worst defense, dude.
Yeah, and how many points did we give up to that worst defense? 44.
No, we gave up
44.
to their defense.
Yeah, they're a terrible defense.
No,
Except for
you're
us.
mixing this up. They scored 44 on our defense. We didn't score. What did we score against their defense?
Oh, you're right. Oh, yeah, we that's right. It was the first game that we went 44 and lost 44-22.
So we only scored 22 on the worst defense. Passing defense, the worst is the Steelers, followed by us. Rushing defense, we're a little bit better against the rush.
Dudes, we have people that get wide open on the other teams, college wide open every freaking week. How can the Steelers be worse?
I don't know. Our defense is the worst defense I've ever seen.
Yeah. I mean, you and I debated this a while ago. You know, I was talking about like the early aughts or the early teens, 2020, like 2012, when we had a Hazlitt as the defensive coordinator, who was absolutely awful.
Yeah.
And we had some terrible defenses then. But this is, I mean, I'm almost happy it's going to be a 9:30 in the morning game tomorrow morning so we can get it over and have a half a day to do other stuff. As long as I'm not in a terrible mood because we're going to probably lose by 50.
Yeah. It's going to suck. Well, let's go on our games and kicks and get out of here because I really don't have much more to say. I mean, we sucked.
We sucked.
Our defensive captain was undisciplined and got himself kicked out.
28-3, man. 28-3. It all goes back to the head coach.
I mean, this is supposed to be like the culture change that we bought into last year, right? Like,
yeah,
the culture
and
change doesn't show when Ron Payne does stuff like that.
And he is an old. He was he a Jay Gruden draftee?
I don't know.
He might have been for
quite a while.
Yeah. So he's old school. The fact that I was really surprised the last time they signed him to an extended contract, because we thought he was going to leave the team and then we just put a ton of money into the middle of the defensive line.
Yeah. But
there's no way this group is going to get him back again this year. You have to be. That's going to be unbelievable. Someone's going to give him a big payday.
Not us. I don't know if anyone will, dude.
They will.
We might have been able to trade him, but
I think that's part of the problem. That was part of the reason that he did that, because he got mad because he didn't get traded. He's like, of all things, they didn't even trade me.
I'm not playing.
I'm not playing.
Anyway, I honestly think Sorry, go ahead.
I'm still looking forward to this game tomorrow, though. I think it'll be really cool to see.
I'm just kind of like,
I'm trying to be positive.
I'm just kind of like, okay, at this point. Anyway, we're going into our games and kicks.
Yeah. Crank it up.
And now, the coveted and ever elusive Game Ball Award.
Game Ball Award, as usual, is brought to you by our friends at Dick's Pitch. Remember to re-dip at the half. Dick's Pitch, and available at Dick's and other fine sporting goods stores. Now available in Neon. Dick's Pitch.
Dick's Pitch.
Do you have
My
a
game ball? I do. Mine's going to Marcus Mariota. He's the backup quarterback. They still put up 22 points.
Yep.
I think he deserves that. Is that my pillow appearing back behind my left ear? I have a little like tiny little Redskins pillow back there on a chair.
It appears to be. And now it's gone.
And
now it's back. Weird. Okay, well, my game ball, real quick, I thought he actually stepped up and looked like he was trying for once, is Zach Ertz.
Yeah.
He had a couple of nice snags, had his Dick's gloves on. Pulled down a few hard-fought receptions. So that's it. That's my bright spot, and that's who is getting my game ball.